basically what it starts with is, it starts with the individual, right? And it starts with this creative confidence. Do you feel the self-efficacy to be able to look at a problem and come up with a different way of solving it? Or to do something different to create something that you haven't created before, right? So that's where this starts. The next thing is, once you have that creative confidence, you put it into action. Okay, so we call this creative agency. And creative agency for us is applied in a multidisciplinary team. So now you have students in these 4 or 5 person teams, right, who all think that they're creative and they're ready to do something different. Right? The next thing that happens is they create outcomes. So we like the word creative, so we're going to call those creative outputs. Do you feel the self-efficacy to be able to look at a problem and come up with a different way of solving it? Or to do something different to create something that you haven't created before, right? So that's where this starts. The next thing.
Cost research center in the 70s to a profit center. So we actually have to make money now since 2002. And related to that, we're a captive kind of R&D center for Xerox. Prior to 2002, post 2002, as a company, we're now able to work directly with other organizations to try to commercialize our technology, right? And that's really important for the profitability, making money piece, right? We couldn't really work directly with other companies as a Xerox research division. Now we're off. We've got, I'm not a researcher, right? I don't pretend. We try not to focus, or we don't focus on things that are incremental as much, right? Corporate R&D, universities is doing that, where they're trying to refine things, and that's necessary, right? You need that, but we focus on areas that are very potentially disruptive, things that most corporate R&D would not be able to focus on because of the parent company or because of the business model. That's where we see our niche and where we feel like we can add the most value. But I think for sure there will be pockets of some, whether it's called CCN or the more generic name is NDN, named data networking. There will be some kind of content information-centric networking protocol, I think will almost for certain happen in some areas of the world.
Publication itself has followers, and your followers of your publication are really more like subscribers, because not only do they receive push notifications and notifications through the Medium website for anything that's published in the publication, but you actually can email them. So when someone clicks follow on that publication, whether it's in the onboarding flow of Medium or
we want to get to, and then eventually, of course, we want to get to profitability. Everybody wants to get to profitability.
Can you see how? Can you see in the future how you will do?
I mean,
explore that.
It's if we're making publishers successful on Medium, it's a self-liquidating problem. It becomes very clear how if whether we're a marketplace or whether we're a distributed content platform that there's room for us to succeed in our succeeding. So the bet and the investment that we're making now is figuring out what that fair and scalable business model is for publishers on the platform. We have a founder who has been quoted many times saying that you can't make a really enormous platform on the internet and not have a business behind it. So.
Of challenges. Monetization is difficult, and again, technology companies are asking a lot because there's a lot of updates that we can do on our end that's difficult for all of you to keep up with that space. But we know there's no magic solution, but we think AMP is the biggest impact we can do in the immediate short term. Morning is open my Google News app. I want to know what's going on in the world. It does an excellent job of identifying what are the top stories. The last thing I do when I go to bed is pull up Google Play Newsstand. It's an incredibly immersive, engaging reading experience because I've got all my magazines that I have subscriptions to in this one app, and it also has this stream, this homepage of other publications, articles that I may not have discovered. It's really about that serendipitous discovery experience where you can now manage all of your sites that are in Google News. And this is the portal where you submit your RSS feeds or app URLs.
Everywhere we've been, people have been talking about video, and I believe that.
So hi everybody, I'm Tenny Toyer. I'm a senior director at Yahoo on product management side. So I manage product strategy, product roadmaps, and primarily responsible for our media initiatives. This is that on desktop and tablets, TV and movies is the #1 category or #1 genre of content being watched or consumed. Again, think your long-form TV shows, reruns. But the second one, again, is news and current events. And so while when you're producing these videos and you're thinking about smartphones, you you can assume that a lot of the content for news and current events is also going to be consumed on tablets as well as laptops and PCs. And so what you see is the more advanced targeting you get, the higher your viewability, the more money you make.